Now, the Wabash Valley's most accurate and reliable newscast continues with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Lindsay Monroe.
Good afternoon, everyone. The rain continues to fall all throughout the Wabash Valley. We had reports from Vincennes about an hour ago that some ponding was starting to take place on the sides of roadways. You might notice small creeks, things like that starting to rise with their levels. Just keep that in mind if you're going to be traveling. The roads being a little slick out there with the leaves falling this time of year as well. Something to keep in mind. Storm tracker now showing us that we are picking up on some pockets of heavy rain in some locations. Paris now getting in on that moderate to heavy rainfall. We'll talk about rainfall rates exceeding an inch per hour down in southern portions of Edgar County. Here in Terre Haute, we're starting to see those rainfall rates creeping up on around 3/4 of an inch per hour. Down in southern Vigo County, 1.5 inches per hour. So definitely looking at some heavier rain as this system continues to move through this afternoon. We'll track even farther down to the south into Sullivan County, now moving into Greene County. Any yellow you see on the radar, Jasonville, Linton, even picking up on some of that orange. Again, we just talked about those rainfall rates anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Going to be a possibility, and with that, ponding on the sides of roadways. So a little bit of tricky travel for the rest of our afternoon. Just keep that in mind as we are experiencing probably what will be the heaviest of the rain for the rest of the day today. Washington, rain starting to let up there now, but over in Lagodi, still a pretty solid rainfall at this hour along the US 50 corridor. We're looking at an ongoing flash flood watch down to our south, and this is just going to be a flood watch in the green you see highlighted here from Mattoon to Effingham to Casey. This is in effect through tonight. We've seen some substantial amount of rainfall totals coming out of our Illinois counties this afternoon. Actually, for the past 24 hours, nearly 3 inches of rain down in Albany, 2.5 inches down in Flora, 2.5 in Effingham. That's where that watch area is. 2.5 inches also in Robinson, Vincennes, inching its way closer to that 2-inch mark. Here in Terre Haute, just under 3/4 of an inch of rain. So everybody in the valley has certainly seen their fair amount of rainfall, and it's not done just yet. I do look for those showers to continue through about 3 o'clock today, and then we'll get in on a bit of a dry slot as temperatures rebound back into the lower 60s for forecast highs this afternoon. If you're trying to plan when you need to get out and avoid the rain, that's going to be a little bit later today as this first wave of rain moves on. Forecast highs for us today into the lower 60s across the board. Here's what I'm talking about. We have this area of rain that's lifting through right now, but we have a center of low pressure that's still back to our west. You can kind of see it on the radar here near the Kansas City area. There is a cold front attached to this. It's going to be that second wave of rain that moves through. It's responsible for some severe weather farther back to our west, but right now it's just a shield of rain. So again, we're going to get in between these two systems, get a little dry time, and after that, we'll talk about more rain returning during the overnight. So we'll time out what we can expect for the rest of today by about 3-4 o'clock. Notice a lot of us just going to be sitting under a cloudy sky. Could still see a stray shower or two, but again, a decent break from the rain here until about 10 o'clock this evening. So looking ahead into your evening tonight, we'll keep the cloud cover around, some stray showers returning later, and very steady temperatures near 60. You'll also notice the wind starting to pick up along this boundary that'll move through. And here we go. We'll time it out. Moving into our Illinois counties first. This will be around throughout the first part of the day on Wednesday, eventually exiting by Wednesday evening. Here's 5 o'clock. And after the evening commute home on Wednesday, we really clear the sky out, putting us into Thursday. We're looking at mostly clear skies, but that is as the cooler air arrives with highs only the lower 50s. Come Thursday. So keep in mind there could be some ponding on the roadways out there for the rest of the afternoon as continuous rain will continue with us for the rest of the afternoon today, getting a bit of a break tonight before that frontal boundary moves through during the overnight. Rain lingers through tomorrow afternoon, then dry and cooler for the end of the week, and even cooler for the weekend with highs near 39.